We're here today with the man who at King's really needs no introduction. You all know Peter Kreeft and his wonderful willingness to be teaching here year after year, taking a train from Boston at what time?
I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Okay, 4:30. And all to come here for your edification. This is dedication. So, your book out just now, recently, the Red Sox, Philosophy in the Red Sox, that's the name of it?
The Red Sox and philosophy.
That's
It's
first
just a
things
chapter
first.
in the book. It's an anthology by different philosophers who are Red Sox fans.
And what do we learn about philosophy by following the Red Sox?
Wisdom through suffering. Until 2004, when you learn the wisdom of ignorance. We don't know who we are anymore. We thought we were God's chosen people, chosen to suffer, and now we've become assimilated and like everybody else and partially successful, so there's a massive identity crisis.
And 2004 showed the difference that small things can make. Tell us about Dave Roberts. I know you know his role in history.
Well, that one stolen base not only won the game, but energized the whole team. In 1978, in the greatest single baseball game ever played, the one-game playoff where the Yankees whooped the Red Sox, the Bucky Dent home run game.
The greatest single miserable baseball game ever played.
Yes, but it was a work of art. It was a wonderful work of art. I'm not a competitive chess player because I'd rather lose a beautiful game than win an ugly game. So it's a work of art. I was sitting in right field, and the two main plays in that game that won the game for the Yankees were both catches made by Lou Piniella, who's a very clumsy outfielder, in right field. And it was a sun field. The sun was shining into his eyes both times, and once he caught it on the fly and once on the bounce.
He stuck out his glove, and there the ball was.
You could see that he was just deking out the runner. He had no idea. He was like a hockey goalie who couldn't see the puck, and he was just going this way and that way. And both times he found the ball in his glove. Well, after that game, I got to talk to him because his daughter and mine were roommates at the same school. So I said, "Lou, what happened out there in right field?" And he said, in one word, the only explanation that I can give you is an angel. An angel must have put that ball in my glove. I had no idea where the ball was, and I said, "Good grief, it's in my glove." And that stopped the two runs that would have tied or won the game. So I started thinking, what's an angel doing fooling around in right field in Fenway Park instead of saving Western civilization? And from that developed the plot of a novel which I have been writing for 20 years, and it's finally finished. That'll be out later next year. It culminates in right field in Fenway Park.
Okay, then let's talk about sex. And are we?
What do you want to know?
I want to know. I think my parents did not really want to educate me about sex. So they left a book around in which I could read about it. So
The Bible, right?
Yeah, not the Bible though. No.
That'll tell you all you need to know.
So what does the Bible tell us about sex?
Well, that was the first commandment. When God said, "Be fruitful and multiply," I don't think he meant grow apples and memorize the multiplication table.
And then where do we go from there?
Well, from there, everything goes downhill.
Okay.
They blame each other, and man tyrannizes woman, and they blame God, and they blame the devil, and all of history is a kind of a broken marriage, and God puts it back together again.
Right. And then in our society today, do we have any understanding of it getting back together again, or is it getting more and more splintered?
Well, here I'm a kind of a pessimist. With all of our sex education, I think the primary result of the difference between our parents' generation, when nothing was said about it, and our generation, in which we chatter about it incessantly and demand that everybody take indoctrination about it, the main result of that is massive ignorance about the most obvious thing that everybody in the world knows about sex, that it has something to do with babies. We call them accidents.
And so what does Socrates have to say in a situation? If Socrates were in the Senate, which I suspect he would not want to be, but if he were there, well, how do you think he would have reacted to the
Oh
events
my
of the past
goodness!
several days?
You just wrote the title of my next book. He would discombobulate everybody, and they would probably give him hemlock. Because he'd ask those uncomfortable questions.
Such as?
Oh, golly.
Putting you on the spot here, but I'm feeling like the straight man here and so this gives us a chance to really put you on the spot.
President Obama, you sincerely believe that this health care bill is going to help poor, helpless people? Yes. Who are these helpless people? Well, the poor. Poor makes you helpless? Yes. Why? Well, you don't have enough money. Money to do what? Well, to buy things. Things like what? Like expensive doctors. Oh, well, why do we need expensive doctors? Because we're sick. Well, why are we sick? Well, we have many diseases. Oh, in my day, we didn't have many diseases. We only had a few. Where did you get all these diseases from? Well, I don't know, but we have more doctors than you did. So that's a better situation than we had, right? In our simple and ignorant ancient Athens. Well, of course it's better. So it's better to have a lot of diseases and a lot of doctors, which is, I suppose, why you have all these lawyers, too, because you have all these social diseases. How many lawyers do you have in America? Well, about 75% of all the lawyers in the world. And how many people do you have in America? About 4% of all the people in the world. Well, doesn't that mean that you're the most diseased society in the world? Okay. That sort of thing.
Okay. Very good.